years old. I worked at a dollar store, and I didn't even know what, this big guy comes in, and I said, "Who is that?" He said, "That's Balls Mahoney. He's from ECW." I'm like, "Oh, hi, how you doing? Would you sign this piece of paper for me?" I didn't know what ECW really was, I'm like, "Cool, man."
Right.
And then we
He's
became...
a new famous guy, you gotta get his autograph.
And then after that, I became friends with him and Chris Candido, and, list goes from there,
Oh, yeah.
And I look at this chair that I always have. I'll take a picture of it later. I have a steel chair signed by Balls Mahoney when I first saw him at a local indie show. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's definitely a cool thing to have.
I know.
It was definitely nice that you got to run into some of those guys
before their times.
Yeah,
like George,
guys like Axel and stuff like that.
George the Animal.
When we were at IWA,
George the
they
Animal
came around just before the end, and it was nice to get their validation, but it was a shame to see them go.
I know. I remember seeing this one guy, Danny DeMonto, face Axel all the time. Versus New Jack. Local promotions. He used to bring all these guys in.
Yeah.
It's great. But time flies and they got to go. They got to go and go.
When you live fast, you go fast, unfortunately. And wrestling produced,
I know.
Wrestling before the 2000s especially.
Yeah.
They produced Fast Life.
I know, man. Let's see who we do. Well, the recent one's Mr. Pogo. That's right. That's the recent one. It's the recent one, Mr. Pogo, the deathmatch legend.
It's too many. Too many too often, man.
I know.
Not enjoyable.
No. All right. You got anything else? Who else was your deathmatch wise growing up? Who did you love? Who were your influences?
Deathmatch wise?
Yeah. Let's go. Bruiser Brody to Mick Funk to Cactus.
You can't count him as a deathmatch.
No, I know.
You got to put one part RVD because he always did interesting shit with his weapon. Mm-hmm. So I don't like saying that he's like this total hardcore guy because he just he really focused, but he took a hybrid of the wrestling and the weapons. Yeah. So that was definitely like one of the guys that like really made me want to watch weapon-based wrestling.
Yeah.
But man, I know the Dudleys are the famous table guys. I was a Public Enemy, man. I was a Public Enemy guy.
Oh man, I love them. The
Dudleys are the Dudleys, and that's great. And like, no disrespect, but man, Public Enemy. I'm a Public Enemy guy. Rocco Rock.
I know.
Like,
they originated. Yeah, like they were really the original.
God.
They really.
Yeah, they're the original Dudleys.
I know. But
they did what PG-13 was trying to do, and they did what the Dudleys did do before they did it.
Absolutely. Yeah. On the indie scene, and nobody knew it, They really didn't know.
Yeah. PG-13 wasn't hitting as much as everyone... I don't think it hit as much as everyone thought it did, because it went out way quick. Yeah. And I think you saw guys like Public Enemy, and you're like, I can get behind these guys. Because
they're
this is perfect.
They're perfect tag team. They can do, aerial assaults.
They knew how to gauge the gimmick, and I don't even think it was a gimmick. No. I think they genuinely just had fun in life. I believed it.
That's right, Public Enemy fans. We're going to post some videos of them later. How's that? We're going to put some...
Let's do that.
We'll watch some old matches of Public Enemy. That's going to be our nightly entertainment, fans. We're going to post some good old ECW.
Then I've done my duty.
Yeah.
I've spread the good word of Public Enemy around.
Public Enemy. Yeah, they used to do a lot of shows by me. Wrestling was big, man, in my area back in the 90s. I was lucky.
Sure. I'm from Detroit.
Yeah.
So Michigan itself had a lot of wrestling. All the ECW guys came from there.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't come from the East, they came right from Detroit. Rhino.
Yeah.
Edge and Christian before they got signed. And Rob Van Dam from Battle Creek.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of the guys came from Michigan.
Yeah. I remember I went to ECW. I remember I went to ECW's One Night Stand Part 2. I forgot about that in New York City, the Hammerstein Ballroom. That was fun. Bringing my...
you booed John Cena out of the building?
Yes, I did. Yes, I
mean, that's a milestone in wrestling history.
Yeah.
John Cena loves that he got booed out of the building, so that's awesome.
But no, actually, I started a fun chant when FBI came out versus Tajiri and was it Nunzio or the FBI?
Super crazy.
Super crazy, right? Nacho Libre.
Yeah, they redid the three-way.
The Nacho Libre chant when the Jack Black movie. I was like Nacho Libre, and then it popped.
That's awesome.
I know. You got to do those little pops just to get them to figure out. Okay, you know. I remember that. That's funny. Being Tony Luke there, you know. Where's my pizza? You know, that big guy.
Yeah, they gave Tony Mama Luke a little bit.
Yeah,
they gave him a little run, Steve. But
and then and then of course the Big Show comes in the ring. You know, for that generation of trade-off there from ECW New Gen. That generation.
My poor childhood.
Huh? I know that was kind of weird.
My poor childhood.
Yeah,
my poor childhood, man.
I know.
I love I'll be honest with you. I do like WWE.
Yes.
I do like ECW. Mm-hmm. I do not like them blended.
No, that was kind of like a weird angle when they did that, you know? It really was not like our favorite.
I'm probably the only one that jumped off my couch when Khali came out last month. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's just me. I'm a kid.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't want the Khali to come out during ECW.
No, I stopped watching WWE.
Terrible. That was 911's job.
Yeah, I stopped watching WWE. I just don't care. I watch it for WrestleMania, you know? I'll watch it when I feel like. I'll feel like when I want to.
And fair enough, because we live in a time where you've got WWE, TNA, or whatever we call it these days, Global Force, New Japan.
Yeah.
You've got Lucha Underground. You've got a shitload of YouTube videos.
I know.
If you can't find something to like in wrestling right now, you're just a fucking dick.
You are.
You don't like wrestling, and you need to stop, and you need to leave the rest of us alone who like it.
Yes, you're right. I know. Go out and buy a DVD, damn it.
Yeah, you look over in Japan, there's people cutting each other up with every weapon in the book. There's deathmatch wrestling everywhere.
Deathmatch wrestling, just think about what knives and scissors were the popular thing, you know? Come on.
I couldn't watch that,
dude.
But
I know.
Hey, man, if that's what you like, that's what wrestling's here for.
I know. Actually, I think our friend Marcus Crane has stepped it up and done that with our friend, I think, Brian Woods, too. Yeah.
Oh, we love Marcus Crane. Yeah,
I know.
He's a real good brother.
He is. I can't wait to see him.
He was there the night I injured my knee in Chicago.
Oh, really?
When I originally injured my knee, we were doing a lucha rock opera for a German rock metal band. Or something like that. No joke. It was the weirdest combination. Yeah. And I busted my knee, and he was actually at the bar next door getting hammered. Yeah. And doing Marcus Crane things, and it was just like, we would go a state away to, like, something that isn't incredibly wrestling related. Yeah. And somehow run into Marcus Crane at a party.
No, Marcus is crazy. He's funny and great, you know? Always welcome to the East Coast, Mexico. Come on, look at that. He went to Mexico. I'm jealous. Like, these guys made a name for themselves. That's awesome. Go to Mexico.
Oh, it's cool. It's cool that guys like us can go out there and make a name for ourselves as long as we just work hard and do what we love.
I know, and
it's really cool that we live in that world.
I know, and to show off the the Mexican style hardcore is like pretty cool for Marcus. That was pretty what I mean.
The best thing is you go to Mexico. Yeah. They don't want you to do anything Mexico, lucha libre, anything Latino related. They want you to be so American, it's ridiculous.
Like Ludark, right? She's really Ludark.
Oh, she's a sweetheart.
Yeah, she's badass. Yeah,
she's badass. She's a badass. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, she's crazy. She is a really good person. I enjoy. We actually, myself, Randy, Hooligans, and Ludark had to share a hotel room one night. Oh yeah. And oddly enough, we were the only ones at IWA that did not ruin our hotel room. Everybody else trashed that place. They shut down the pool in between nights because there were wounds and open wounds and bandages floating everywhere from King of Death Night 3 years ago. Yeah. And we all shared a room. Yeah. And somehow Ian's like, you were the only one. Yeah. You were the only one that didn't fuck me over.
Yeah, so thank you.
Well, remember that.
That's nice. So, that's cool. It's always fun to do something with people, Always have
good people in this business.
Yeah. All right.
Unfortunately, I do have to let you go. I know. I have a dog that needs to go out. I apologize.
Yes. All right,
Joseph. But I do appreciate you guys having me on here. This has been a blast talking with you.
Yeah, always. Anytime. You're more than welcome to come back and maybe have Randy come on one weekend. I'd love to have her.
Oh, absolutely. I'll let her know right now. I'll have her send you a date.
All right.
All right, my friend.
Okay, Joseph Schwartz, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you for being on the Deathmatch Russell podcast, and you're more than welcome to come back anytime you want. You have a good night, and thank you.
It's been my pleasure.
Thank you. Good night. Fans, I want to say thank you for listening to my Deathmatch Russell podcast once again, and that was Joseph Schwartz talking about his matches. He's going to be in 6-way tag match versus Raven, and he's got a Rob Conway one-on-one match. Rob Conway. So stay tuned and follow Joseph Schwartz on his Facebook, like he mentioned at the end of my podcast. You can follow the Deathmatch Russell podcast on Facebook at David C. Russell and on Twitter at DavidNJ32. Fans, I want to thank you for listening once again. You all have a great night. And let's do this again. Stay tuned because you'll never know who I'll have on my podcast. Good night.